Okay, I just woke up about an hour ago, so it's like maybe 4 p.m. Uh, it's really hard to keep up a normal sleeping schedule after school's done and exams are done and don't have a job or a schedule to go back to after. So I'm falling asleep at like 5 or 6 in the morning, which is great. I mean, you can't really tell what time it is when the sky is always the same color and there's like never any sun. It really sucks. But I kind of wanted to do like a year in review kind of thing, because I realized, the more that I tell stories about stuff that happened when I was younger, or like, I don't know, maybe when I was going through high school, like I don't really remember how old I was or what year it was when a certain thing happened, or like what happened in that year. Like I don't remember what happened when I was 8. I don't know what my life was like when I was 10 or what major events happened. So I figured I would do like a full year review kind of thing. And this year kind of sucked, as they do. And some parts are better than others, obviously. But I don't know. The end of the year so far has just like kind of sucked. I gotta say, like this is my 4th and last year of university, and I realized I have so many electives in my program that I could have just not had a 4th year. Like I could have, like the program could have only been 3 years solid if there was no electives, because this year that I'm taking is like 90% electives, and it's kind of bullshit. So I don't know, that kind of tampered down my. I'm usually a really good student. Like I'm usually pretty enthusiastic about shit, and like I go out of my way to do stuff that some people in the class I've seen don't, which is fine. I mean, like, whatever you have time for or the mental space for, like, you do you. But I don't know. I used to be better, and this year I'm kind of like just sick of it. I'm just sick of it. But it could also be due to the fact that I didn't actually have a break. I went through like. Okay, so I started my 3rd year of university September 2018. I'm trying to think, just making sure the dates align. So yeah, September 2018. And then the new year came, 2019, started 2nd semester. And then just as 2nd semester ended in April 2019, that's when I moved to Japan for 5 years for my exchange. Did I say 5 years or 5 months? It's 5 months. And then right after that, because I had to ask to get all of my exams pushed like closer, like before I left, because a lot of them happened, mid-April or something. So I had to do all my exams right before I left, and then I did 5 more months of schooling. And then when I came back home, I only had like 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half before my 4th year started. So it's been a full year of school for me without any breaks whatsoever. And I thought maybe like I'm taking a full course load as well. I'm not, I mean, I kind of wish I could be taking a smaller course load, but, so it was a little bit much. I was getting kind of sick of it, and like, things happen. I'm doing well. I only got 1 grade back so far, which is for Spanish. I'm doing a minor in Spanish. I could have taken 2 minors, with the electives that I had. I had like 48 credits worth of electives, and each minor I think is like 24. So yeah, I could have taken 2 solid electives. Close my door. So yeah, I'm on my bed, just like bouncy. So yeah, that happened. School is just I'm gonna be happy when it's over, but like I don't really know what to do after. I don't. I have to ask. I think some profs like, hey, what can I do with my degree? Because I don't really know. I mean, I liked the classes that I took. I liked the profs that I had. I liked the homework that I did. It was hardly ever excruciating, unless it was for my elective class, because there's so many electives. Um, so yeah, the I liked what I was doing, but I just don't know what to do with the degree after. So that was school this year. Uh, oh yeah, I was saying I got 1 grade back for my Spanish, and I got an A in it. So like, an A is pretty solid for not putting in the 100% effort. um, and my skin started getting a little bit better. I used to have really, really bad acne when I was a teenager, and I still get acne now. Like, I got spots on my face, but I guess I started eating a little bit better. Like, whenever I start eating junk food or anything greasy again, it definitely comes back full force. But I used to get a lot more like cystic acne, like just huge under the skin spots that would like emerge, and it was kind of it's painful, and it takes like weeks for it to actually go away, and that's been pretty good so far. And I started like a skincare routine, and like, but I think it looks okay. Like, sometimes there was like a few weeks where I would just go and not even wear any makeup, which was pretty rare for me, because usually I put on at least some concealer to hide like the acne and like all this shit under my eyes. Yeah, skin's doing better. School's finishing. Losing my status as a student is gonna be weird, cause like that's been my identity for the past like how many years since I started high school, elementary school. That's different in university, but like you're still like a student, and it feels weird to move away from that. And like, cause that's all I've known. That's the only way I've known how to live for like a long time. Just focus on school and just do your homework and just like, I don't know. I've never had to look for like a career that would, guide me in my next step of life. It's kind of big, but I made a lot of friends. Some other friends have moved away from my town, and I don't really see them too much anymore. Which, it's just like a kind of a gap that you have to fill with like other people. Me, I don't know. I didn't go to the States this year. That's another. It's like a whole other thing to talk about. But the last time I was there, I think, was December, when I went to go visit Dan for Christmas and visit his family, and then I came back after New Year's. So technically, I was this year, like at the very beginning, but then I came back home and I started my new semester, and I don't know. I kind of miss California. I kind of miss San Diego, and Uh, I miss the food there. I miss all the snacks, and I miss the cool stuff over there, and the warm weather. And I miss the people that I know there in California, and just all the they have a lot of cool stuff over there. They have a lot of cool like art supplies, like cool art scene going on, and I definitely miss that. Maybe I mean I think I want to go back one day. I think I want to go to Anime Expo like one last time. I don't know. Maybe one day, but yeah. My thing with Japan was like, see, the reason I don't really know what I want to do after uni is because my plan for a while was to go and teach English as a second language in other countries, and Japan was the place I wanted to go. Most because I really like a lot of the stuff there. um, a lot of its culture is stuff that I've been exposed to since I was a kid. Like, if you've played Pokemon, Kanto, Johto, Parisians, then you kind of know a lot about Japan more than you know, I think. A lot of the stuff there. Okay, I'll let me take one part of Pokemon. Like, if you go into a shopping mart in Pokemon, in like the first two gens I'm talking about, and you go in and it's like this really dinky, like happy, upbeat music. That's like a pretty good representation of a lot of the Family Mart and the 7-Eleven stuff over there, because it's just like they always have these like these MIDI files sounding like copyright free music playing in the background when you walk in, and it's always the same thing over and over again, and it's like they did a pretty good job replicating that in Pokemon. Same thing with like in the Goldenrod City, there's like a giant department store. That's most like shopping areas in Japan are like they go upwards, like first floor, second floor, third floor, fifth floor, fourth floor in the middle there, and like I don't know. When I went there was like, oh yeah, this made so much sense in Pokemon. That's why that's there. I don't know. So I don't know. Just being exposed to like a lot of video games that came from Japan and a lot of Japan's media. Like, I'm not even talking about like anime and stuff. I mean, yeah, the anime and the music and all the other like cultural media stuff that comes from there. Kind of, I don't know. If you grew up with it, then you're a little bit influenced. I mean, in my experience. So, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that kind of felt homey when I went over there, and I was like, oh yeah, like, that makes sense. And, I don't know, I really, really miss the transportation system. I really miss... I'm actually not a huge fan of Japanese food, like traditional Japanese food, like, because a lot of it is fish and meat based, and I don't like either of those things. So living in Japan as someone vegetarian or vegan, when you're lazy, it's a little bit difficult. It's easy if you can make yourself a lot of dishes, but if you go to like a 7-Eleven or Family Mart and you try and look for snacks or something that are not meat based, or especially if you're vegan, like that's pretty hard. If you're not picky though, like it's great. But yeah. So yeah, my plan was to go there and teach English after university, but then I lived there and I was like, do I want to live here? I mean, I want to go back, but I don't know if I want to like permanently stay there for that long. I don't know. I just don't know what I want, and I think I gotta start thinking about it. But yeah. that was this year, I guess. I still have lots to think about. But I'm sure I'll figure it out.